Hi everyone, my name is Amy Ochoa and my topic is about the indirect causes of September 11. Um, Therefore, the purpose of my research was to show the significance of September 11 throughout the nation and the role of media in affecting mental health. I chose this topic because it has become more noticeable that media, especially with the use of internet, has spread information further and faster than ever before, and therefore media is a powerful tool in modern society since it's consumed by people of all ages. Therefore, my thesis mentions some of those ideas. So, although the attacks of September 11, 2001 greatly affected the mental health of those directly affected, it was an event that also indirectly affected the American public collectively through various means. Many Americans throughout the nation witnessed the loss of life through the widespread coverage of media. Therefore, more Americans internalized the terrorist attack, which impacted their mental health. As a result, this event also indirectly affected adolescents' mental health, whose perspective also gave insight into the collective trauma that occurred. In addition, the nation's mental health after witnessing 9/11 affected the role of community and religion. Now I'll be moving on to my main findings, and mostly revolved around media and my focus on primary sources. This was because media is closely related in influencing the thoughts and emotions of people. Therefore, even Americans abroad felt the fear once they learned about the terrorist attacks. And one primary source that stood out to me was an image of a man jumping out of a building. Various graphic images like this were photographed, and then it was some of them brought up questions like why were people jumping? Was it for a better chance of survival, or were they choosing their own death? And that's what made it more triggering. Therefore, the effects of graphic media can trigger people who already had mental health problems or assist in developing them because it could cause like reoccurring nightmares. Therefore, since the damages of the attack were not just physical, there was a occurrence of PTSD in the nation. PTSD was mainly attributed to soldiers, but was now being diagnosed in civilians, which was something that most people would not have been diagnosed with before. It was also likely to develop in people who experienced the event, but also people who consumed a lot of media. Children were also exposed. However, the reactions varied because the exposure they got was mostly from their own parents' reactions. And adolescents also felt anxiety and depression after constantly hearing news about. Religion, however, was noted to positively help with mental health recovery since it was a way people grounded themselves and their beliefs worked as a way for them to understand why the events occurred. After finishing this research, I learned about how to better organize my essay and the importance of time management. Organization, especially in analyzing sources, is important because I kept notes of each sources, but did not differentiate which source at times, and therefore I lost time when organizing my arguments. Some sources might have similar themes, therefore better keeping better notes will help me later in the future. And I also learned about the importance of understanding the media we consume and how to process catastrophic historical events we live through. So, some questions that remain unsolved or may further research. Well, many people wonder if the events could have been avoided, but I think questions surrounding more about a nation's preparedness is more important. Like, should there be more assistance created in case of nationwide panic in terms of mental health? And other questions like how likely were people who witnessed 9/11 to develop mental health problems? And were there any differences in the development mental health issues between people of color or Anglo Americans? And then that's it. So thank you for listening to my video.